Right, time now for the French press review, and Nicholas Rushworth joins me in the studio. Hi, Nick. Good morning. Of course, politics is dominating the French papers today with the second round of the parliamentary elections here in France.
They are extraordinary times that we're seeing now, of course, with the first round devastating, and now a second round. Really, are we going to see a consolidation of that initial result? Now, let's go to the business paper Les Echos, which is talking about a raz de marée, a tidal wave. There you can see their page 2 and 3 this Friday. And basically, their prediction with the latest poll is that there'll be 440 to 470 seats for Emmanuel Macron's party, La République en Marche. That's out of 577, so that's very high indeed. Huge, yeah. The comment piece in Les Echos is saying that, well, his wish that he will become the president of all the French is almost becoming true, because if you take that prediction into account. The downside, of course, is that the turnout in the first round was very low, wasn't it? It was around 1 in 2 people, about 50%. So that paper also stressing that point as well.
OK, well, the Catholic daily La Croix is pointing out that there will be lots of new MPs with very little political experience.
Look at the headline here on their website. You can see La République en Marche, and don't know some of these new guys need coaching, how to coach their future MPs. Now, I was devastated by this. Yes, they're going to get 1 day's training, Richelle. So 1 in 3 of these new guys on the block are going to be absolutely really novices, with no elected official experience at all. The headline for La Croix is that the novices are knocking at the doors of the National Assembly. Here we can see closer their picture, just how diverse and young they are. Now, while Macron has the numbers with these MPs, there will be just a lack of people to choose from in terms of heading the heavyweight posts. For example, who do you select to head a parliamentary commission? So that paper also saying that Macron's message to these new MPs is: be quiet, listen to the debates going on in Parliament so that voices can be heard, so a different tone, which we're seeing a lot from Macron. Let's switch over to Libération. There you can see the neophytes, the newbies. Now, it's saying, well, no, hold on a minute. What we've got is a parliament, the French National Assembly, which is highly codified and complex. And Richelle, I'm sure you'll agree with me that I thought, well, the whole of France is codified and complex. But anyway, apparently...
Right, that's another story.
The existing guidelines talk about how to reserve a table in the parliamentary canteen and restaurant. Not at all, no information about how actually a session in Parliament works. So Libé is saying this Friday that there is a 300-page handbook new MPs will be able to wade through. So, of course, they won't be sitting down probably to do that. There you can see. So what we've got there is these empty seats being filled by lots of unknowns, really, and incredibly.
OK, and now the events we're seeing now are really dealing a hammer blow to the traditional French political parties, of course, the socialists on the left and the conservative Republicans on the right. Well,
let's look at this guy, an MP from the south, Christophe Bourgel, and he's packing his boxes there. And Le Parisien aujourd'hui en France has an article about how these various left-wing MPs are coping, saying that, well, I thought that I would get through. I had no plans for what I would do after. I thought I would get through. One other Labour Socialist MP says, well, Hollande, he lost in '93, so I've lost now, so I can make a comeback, which perhaps not the best reference ever. Let's switch to L'Opinion, which is a right-wing paper. It says it's going to be a really heavy week now in French politics, with a whole change, a sea change in political life. And if we look a bit more closely at the cartoon there, you can see, what do you see standing out there but the steamroller en marche, crushing, what is that? That's the Republicans' party being about to crushed there. So enormous, awesome, incredible. It's gobsmacking.
OK, and we'll be, of course, keeping an eye on the results of those parliamentary elections here in France, right here on France 24. Nick, thank you so much for that. Nicholas Rushworth there with the French Press Review.